8:36, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Time for the Gang of Four Amigos. Chris Hand is here. Hello, Chris.
Hey, good morning, boys. Hello, yes.
Johnny's here. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, what's happening?
Ken's here. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, boys. Yeah.
Can I just tell you that I cannot wait to get back to the studio?
Why is that, Brother Dan? You got spiders down there?
No, there's no spiders in my basement studio. Oh, my God. You know what we found?
What's that, buddy?
Is it worse than spiders?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I'll let you decide. So we had the plumbing problem down here in my studio, right? And we have these ceiling panels. And so we had to replace them. So Amy is removing one of the ceiling panels that was all wet and stuff, so we were replacing those.
Oh.
What was on this particular ceiling panel? But like a mummified mouse. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm looking at it like really close. And I took my glasses off because I can't see up close. I took my glasses off and I said, honey, I think that's a mouse. And so she like starts freaking out.
Oh yeah.
But it's dead. It's so dead. It's mummified. Chill.
Yeah.
You ever tell a panicked woman to chill? It usually doesn't work out really well.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
No,
Calm down is another one you should avoid.
Yes,
Yep.
and you're being too emotional.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking
Yeah,
from
there's that one
experience here,
too.
boys, all four of us.
Yes.
So how long do you think it had been there, Brother Dan? I mean,
I don't know. It was really like creepy.
yeah.
And so it makes me wonder.
Makes you wonder what else
is
is up there.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what's weird? We don't. We found a snake down here a while ago.
Maybe that's what happened to the mouse.
Maybe. No, if that snake had got a hold of the mouse, it wouldn't be mummified.
No,
That's exactly
true.
right.
That's true.
That is exactly right. So anyway, I'm just. You know what? I notice that it is a lot harder for me. This is not woe is me. It's a lot harder for me to do my job here.
Yes, it
And
is. From home.
part of that
yes.
is part of that is just that the timing is all off because my equipment here is different than the equipment at work. So that's number one. And number two, I miss seeing you guys. And there is that as well.
We miss you too, Dan.
Yes, we do.
Thank you, Johnny. Chris, you're lying. So anyway,
I'm telling the truth. I thought you were in here today. I was excited. I was gonna make a little heart symbol with my hands when I saw you through the window.
He was even going to hug you, Dan.
I was ready.
don't do the heart symbol with your hands, man, because the Taylor Swift haters, they are out today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's interesting about the whole Taylor Swift conversation is that even if you're hating on Taylor Swift, people just don't want you to talk about it. Even though there's a legit reason to talk about it, and I'm not talking about it now, but I'm just saying that she may be relevant in the next election. But to me, there's far more important things at play, but whatever.
Well,
but anyway, that is the Taylor Swift signal thing there. Hand signal.
What entertainer have you ever seen turn an election? Have you ever seen a musician or an entertainer talk people into voting for someone?
You know, we were talking about that earlier, Johnny. I think that was off the. I don't know if there ever has been.
I mean, but who cares? We got celebrities. You want to do celebrity stuff? We got celebrities. We got Jay Cutler and Brian Urlacher. We got Jason Aldean. We got Kelsey Grammer.
We have Kid Rock.
Well, I mean, yeah, Lil Pump. Yeah, I know you boys love Lil Pump.
Oh, we love Lil Pump.
He just got a Trump mugshot tattoo on his thigh.
Wow.
What about 50 Cent?
50? Oh, Uncle Fifth?
Yeah. And Dan, you said Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg. You heard about that, right, Chris?
Of course I've heard about Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop has seen the light.
Do you think
actually? And
this is what I don't understand. People don't think that Trump has excitement. Do you think anybody would get a Nikki Haley tattoo on their thigh?
Oh, that hurts.
Mr. Haley, maybe, but
I don't even think he would. Tricky Nicky.
You know what I mean? Is anybody getting a Biden tattoo?
You know what's funny?
Or DeSantis?
No. People are saying, what, Johnny, you asked, what celebrity has changed your mind on politics? Ronald Reagan.
Well, but he was a Johnny's
Johnny's talking about like listening to somebody ramble on and on at an Oscar show.
Oh, yes,
something like that.
or seeing some entertainer. You're seeing them in concert, and all of a sudden they break out into a 15-minute discussion about their politics. Do you think they're really going to change your mind? No.
No.
Hey, Dan, if I get your picture tattooed on my right butt cheek, will you get my picture tattooed on your left? Whoever this person is wrote, ha, ha, ha. I don't think that applies to this.
Hey, that was 2133. I would prefer the death threat text.
Yes, please.
What's worse, the thought of my mug on somebody's butt, or the visualization of my butt?
Either one is a little troubling at this time of the morning.
Who's it worse for? Is it worse for the person with your face tattooed on their butt or their wife?
I don't know, man. By the way, I was telling Johnny off the air. I said, somebody on the super text line is asking me if I have any gum. I don't understand why they're asking me that. See, this is why I obsess over some of the stuff that people say.
How do you don't get the joke?
Well, I do now, because the guy said, yeah, because you stole gum at Dollar General.
Yeah, everybody knows that about you now.
Well, apparently I've forgotten. Because I was like, why did he ask me that?
You've forgotten like you forgot to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
You know what? I've got Biden disease, man. I got Biden brain disease. I'm just forgetting stuff.
Oh my gosh. Dan, I can't take my mind away from a picture of your face on somebody's
Tattoo, Dan.
Are you still back on that?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get over
I don't think he ever
that.
left. I don't think he ever left.
He never did.
Oh.
He's trapped.
You can't unsee it, man. You can't unsee it.
escape. There's no escape.
So, Chris, what do you have coming up?
I think we should focus more on butt tattoos. I think this is actually a great topic.
All right, you know what? You guys want to do butt tattoos? I'll tell you a butt tattoo story.
It's all right.
I told this before.
Please tell me a butt tattoo story.
We're ready.
I had a girlfriend, and people who have listened to me for years know this. I had a girlfriend who had Mark Slaughter from the band Slaughter tattooed on her butt.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Mark,
she had
listening.
his face tattooed on her butt.
Mark, if you're listening, this is quite yeah.
And
She had his face tattooed on her butt?
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what's even weirder? I stayed with her. And so then I interviewed.
He said, this is an upgrade from the mustache girl. So this is.
So that's what they mean by desperate Dan.
So
Up all night, sleep all day.
anyway, yeah. So back in those days. So I interviewed then Mark Slaughter years later on WTN. It was one of the first interviews I did.
Oh,
and I told him about this. And I thought that it would be like a nice little icebreaker.
Oh, I bet.
So it was like the first thing that I threw at him.
Oh.
And that interview didn't go as well as I thought.
Did he feel a little uncomfortable?
I think we both did after I realized it wasn't landing.
Really bummed him out.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
You see her face all the time, Mark.
Anyway,
What a random person to get tattooed on you.
that is.
Yeah,
She was a big fan of Mark Slaughter.
What year was this that she got the tattoo? Because I can only imagine that it wasn't the best Mark Slaughter face tattoo.
I mean, it was in the 80s. You know, I dated her in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There you go.
Was Slaughter big? I don't know. I don't really know these guys.
Oh,
they
my
were.
goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Yeah, Slaughter was big.
Yeah, they were.
What was the big song?
Up all night, sleep all day.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
I forget the rest of them.
Fly
But
to
you know,
the Angels.
Yes.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. And I liked Slaughter,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know if I would call them the pinnacle of hair bands.
No.
I mean, that'd be like Def Leppard. I think, right?
Molly Crew.
Skid Row.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh, yeah.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah. Poison. Poison. That's hair glam right there.
Hey, by the way,
That's
hey,
chick rock.
Hey, Chris, you want to trigger Ken Weaver? Say something negative about Zach Wilde.
That doesn't trigger me.
No, it triggered
Really?
the listeners.
It sure did.
No, I mean, I was just aghast. I was just, what? Because
right.
I didn't expect that from you, Brother Dan.
All right,
Yeah, that's all right.
Trigger warning. Who's Zach Wilde?
Yeah. Sit down, son. Let me tell you all about him.
Oh.
Hey, TV.
Oh, and I even Googled it. I spelled it the right way. I spelled Zach, Z-A-C-H, and I spelled Wild with an I.
Even though I think it is K.
It's Z-A-K-K, and then Wild
I
with
had
a Y and an
the
E.
audacity to say that I didn't necessarily like Ozzy's album that he did with Zach Wilde.
And then Ken got quiet.
And then Ken was just like seething.
Well, because, I mean, you've talked about how much you like that album and songs on that album.
No More Tears?
No More Tears, man.
I like some of the songs.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, by the way,
written by
hey-
Zach Wilde.
Hey, Chris, you ever had something, you ever been on the air and just have something not come out right?
Yeah, yes, it happened to me yesterday.
Really, what happened to you?
I couldn't say the name of the super text line.
What did you say?
I don't know what I was calling it.
He was doing like you, Dan. He was going the super
the thing that the people send in the
super-
messages.
As I'm
then-
just waving at the camera.
And then you know what happens? Ken calls me out on it, and he says to me, he's like, "You sound like Dan Mandis." And I said, Ken, you just got back. I was just finished saying how happy I was to have you back.
How dare you, Ken?
Well, what happened was Chris, he was doing several things at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was trying to get that out, and it just wasn't coming out, and it just struck me. I said, "You're pulling a Dan Mandis."
Yeah, I was
Super
listening-
Talk, Super
Chris said,
Text,
"Wait a
Super
minute."
TV.
Yeah, I was listening in the car, and man, I was dying. I had to almost pull over.
Well, this is what happened to me this morning, Chris, in the 5:35 first segment out of the box. Listen to this. They're going to buy a bunch of TV. They're going to buy a bunch of a bunch of digital as well. It's going to be that kind of day.
Yeah, that's the extra revenue.
Admit, Ken, you and Johnny started laughing the second I said that.
Yeah. I mean, we ought to go down to the front office and say, "Hey, how about a diddle package?"
That'll get you a trip to HR.
There you go. That was my morning, and I spent the rest of the day trying to recover from Diddlegate.
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 Yeah,
Be careful. The audience will take that a different way.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah,
That's the
yes, they
Clintons.
will.
Yeah, his new name's going to be Diddle Richard.
I like
Let's
how
not use the nickname.
I like how we gloss over the fact that you said they're going to get a bunch of TV.
Yeah.
Well, what is a bunch of TV?
It was the monologue was about how the Super PAC is buying TV and digital
Oh, okay.
ads.
All right,
So-
I get it. I thought you were talking about people getting TVs, and you just used the singular form.
No. I guess you had to be there, guys. I guess Chris just doesn't get it. I went back and I watched the video when I shanked that. You can tell on my face. I'm just like, do I keep going or do I just steer into the train wreck? And as you just heard, I just steered into the train wreck.
I mean, you should have just kept going, Brother Dan. I mean, it was fine. I mean,
I couldn't because I kept giggling about my diddling.
That's dude. Don't ever change. I'm serious.
I'm just kidding.
Don't ever just gloss over things. Just
Get right into it.
keep it going.
All right.
I mean, I'm telling you, Brother Chris Hand has got he's got the best Bidenism in middle from the biddle.
Oh, yes.
But this is getting close, Brother Dan.
Middle from the biddle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Middle
He said
from
that?
the middle.
Biden said that.
Yeah, he did.
That's his new slogan for 2024. When you middle from the biddle, everybody can do pretty okay.
Okay.
He said, rich people will do good and poor people will have a shot. Middle from the biddle. Biden 2024.
That's what
There you go.
Poor people have a shot.
That's what he said. That's what he
He
said.
did.
I'm not even making it up. That's what the man said. Said poor people have a shot.
Oh.